Running. Oh, is it? Okay, I think the machine is running. I believe that we're live. If you guys can hear us loud and clear out there, let us know. All right. This is the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. And if you want to see this, if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's not live because YouTube won't let us do this. They won't let us hold guns. So this one, the slide on that one was locked, but they won't let us hold guns. So wait, I could hear something.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah,
that was me. My bad.
That's cool. So check it out. If you want to see us live, go to Utreon. That's the place. Utreon. Go to Utreon. Look for the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. That's where you'll find this podcast Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, typically, unless I've got a bunch of stuff going on. And of course, you could find out all this information if you go to hankstrange.com. I am gonna throw my guests up into the windows here, and we're gonna kick this off. What's up, everyone? All right, so we're gonna kick this off. If everyone's ready, I'm gonna press the button and start this going right now.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation: Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, so let's go. Oh, I got to do this again. All right, here we go. Throw everyone up in here. All right, so for anyone who's new to this, print, shoot, repeat is new. We do this thing called jazz hands. Everyone has to do it. Come on, we're taking it back from the terrorists. Here we go. Vin, where's your jazz hands? I need to see. Oh, there you go, jazz hands in the. Where's your jazz hands, Flying Rich? Come on.
I did it already.
Oh, no, that was too short. That was too short. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 886 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. And the title is 3D Print or Die. With Print, Shoot, Repeat on YouTube. That's who this gentleman is right here. What's up, man? Welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much, Hank. It's a pleasure to be here, and I can't wait to be a part of this. This is amazing.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Of course, we also have my friend Vin Win. There he goes.
Hello.
What's going on? All right.
Nice to be back.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for coming back, Vin. As well as there he goes, the man. I don't know what to call him. He looks really scary right now. If you're listening on audio.
Hope so.
You have to see this.
I better be scary.
Flying Rich. He's about to take down buildings.
Thanks,
there he goes. Flying Rich is joining us. This is good.
My first plane crash dipped the stock market. I didn't take down any buildings, but I did dip the stock market.
All right. So listen, this is, we're going to have fun tonight. We're obviously going to talk about 3D printing, which if you guys don't know about 3D printing, if you don't watch Print, Shoot, Repeat on YouTube, you should be watching him. But I mean, 3D printing, is the thing. It's the thing to do. And these are the dudes. I don't know anything about this 3D printing thing. I just know what I like, what I think is cool. And I personally believe that what you have to do is try to, take whatever light you have and shine it on the people who are really out there doing the work for this. That will be people like my friend Vin. Of course, Print, Shoot, Repeat is helping to shine a light on that as well. And then you got the old dudes like Flying Rich has been out here doing it. I don't know, man. How long have you been doing this stuff, Rich?
Oh God, probably over 6 years, and I kind of took a couple of year hiatus. I used to do a tech podcast on 3D printing, and that was some years back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. So what's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Let's start there. How's everyone?
We're doing.
Good.
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Life is good.
Okay. Awesome. I know Rich and myself are in Florida. Vin, can you state your location?
I'm here in Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay. And
Close
then,
enough.
Yeah.
Close enough,
yeah. And PSR, can you say where you are or not? I don't know.
I'm somewhere in the western part of the United States.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's all I'll say.
Oh, okay. Is this place slightly or heavily not free? Which one of those?
Where I'm at right now
Mm-hmm.
is quite possibly heavily not free.
Okay, so there you go.
Uh-oh.
There you go. All right, cool. So that means we'll have the guns.
Yeah,
But
many guns, unfortunately.
yeah, that doesn't mean you don't have any. You just might not.
You,
You might
you
not
got to
be able
move to
show 'em.
Florida because all the cool 3D printing guys are in Florida. You know, we
Oh,
got Mr.
I don't.
Stowe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't live at this in this place.
Okay.
For the record.
Uh,
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually I'm much closer to Vin.
Oh, you're much
Well-
closer to Vin? Okay.
Yeah.
That would
yeah.
make sense because Vin's in your videos, and I also see Vin's reflection in your glasses a lot.
Yes, that is true.
So is Vin, or Vin, you could tell us, are you the official cameraman for Print Shoot Repeat?
I just happen to be around PSR to help him film, so I stop by and I film whenever he needs help.
Okay, very cool, very
Yeah.
cool. And if anyone's joining us and you guys have any questions, you could be, feel free to let us know, and we'll get them out here for folks in the chat. First of all, like,
Hey,
look,
I got a
what's
question.
up? What's up?
I want to know what is PSR going to do when they come for his fur?
When they come for
When they
his,
come for my fur?
Fur.
Oh, my furt.
yeah,
Well, I don't
Yeah.
have any furts. I
Good man.
relinquished them.
oh, okay, yeah, okay. I don't even know what the hell the fur is, but I'm guessing it got lost in a voting accident.
You don't follow
Yes,
the
something along those
PSR
lines.
soundtracks?
What? I don't know. Explain what the fur is to me. I have no clue. And I'm sure I'm
It's
not
a,
the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
It's involving some sort of reset.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay. All right. I get it. Yeah. This is the trigger that has been cloned, duplicated,
Yes. Yes.
and otherwise inseminated around the world.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And a three-letter agency has a hard-on about it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they've got that ATF wants everything. I mean, you know what's
Yes.
funny? I'm trying to look at my phone and I can't get into my phone because I have this mask
Your
on,
mask.
right?
Welcome
Yeah.
welcome to my life, Hank. Welcome to my life.
This is such a pain. I'm gonna see how long
Can
I
I
could
buy
do
the
it.
look?
Yeah, you look scary. You look scary, Rich. I could just say that.
No,
Uh,
I want to buy the PSR look because I want
Oh.
all the ladies at the range to think I'm PSR.
Oh, I see.
Steal his look. Well, hey, I got
Yes.
a Amazon. I got like a kit.co link in all of the descriptions of my videos. The masks have gone out of stock on Amazon, but I just actually found some because I was worried because this is my only one. I was worried that I was gonna lose it, so I found a bunch more. So I'm gonna order a bunch more off of eBay. I'll send you the link on Twitter or something.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So let's see. Lola has like a standard question she wants me to ask everyone. So I'm gonna ask this. We already went through this with Vin, but let's go through it with PSR. She says, "Who are you? When did you get started?" I mean, well, obviously we don't want you to tell us everything about who you are, but in general, what can you tell us? And how did you get started into all this? How did you start, your YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, I'll just say I'm PSR, and I got started in the YouTube channel. I got started with it. I think the day I created it was January 27th or 28th of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
No, 2020. No, 2021. Yeah. So it's been just a little over a year since I started the channel. I have been making films and making music since I was a wee lad, and I've been a kind of a goofball theater kid. Played sports and all that stuff, but was always into entertainment and entertaining people and being a goofball. on camera, and I was doing it elsewhere, outside of gun content, and I still am doing it outside of gun content, but I found this kind of niche that hadn't really been, in my opinion, hadn't been kind of boosted to the point where I thought it could be, and I thought 3D printed guns were insanely cool, and that I could kind of fall into I could get into a unique spot in terms of delivering some really high quality, fun, comedic, not too serious, but entertaining and informative content through making YouTube videos about 3D printed guns with my music and filmmaking stuff and my personality and injected in it. And that's that's who I am. That's how I got started. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some really cool stuff, and for not being out there, relatively, not being out there that long, you've got what was it? I was just looking at it. You've got over 200,000 subscribers on there. Woo! So congratulations on that. That's awesome. I was just showing some stuff from the YouTube channel.
And not monetized.
Huh?
And he's not monetized.
Yes. Well, yeah. Up until just very recently, I monetized like a couple videos, but for the most part, I am not monetized. Most out of all of the videos, I think I don't know how many 60 to 70 videos I've uploaded. Probably I don't know, 5 to 6 of them are monetized. Surprisingly, I think after you get 1 million views on a video, YouTube decides it's okay to monetize it because. But I just recently did it, so I haven't made very much money off of it, and most of them get demonetized. And if they do get demonetized, I just remove all of monetization. I just I don't even put it up. So
yeah, that's a good policy.
Yes.
Now you do have companies that like help support you, right?
True, yeah. So in that regard, it's not entirely demonetized. I do have sponsors, channel sponsors that are inside the second, 2A community, and KAK being my channel sponsor, and got a couple more video sponsors coming up and whatnot.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to, you could shout them out. I think that's awesome that there's people supporting not just yourself, but other folks out there. But, we need that kind of stuff, and we definitely need the 3D printers. And that's why I wanted to do whatever like little stuff I could do to help you guys out, because we need the industry like getting together with you guys and using that to get ideas to make cooler stuff, and for us all to put our talents together and make this thing really happen, because what we're doing is definitely and pun intended, it's under fire, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, I guess for my channel sponsor, KAK, they reached out to me. They really love what I was doing. Kurt, the owner, really loved the channel and was a fan, and just wanted to support what I'm doing. So they are like the main channel sponsor right now. But in the past, I've had Aves Rails. Aves is a leading manufacturer of 3D printed firearm components, like the rails for Glocks that you need to print Glocks and other guns and stuff. But the I would say like the main sponsors of the channel in ways are the developers and designers of the 3D printed firearms that I use, because I try to make it abundantly clear that I'm not the one that designs it. I'm just merely a vessel to get out the word and to show an entertaining perspective of all of the guns that I print. And like people like Vin and other designers in the community really deserve all the credit when it comes to the engineering aspects and the development, because there's so much that goes into that. And I am not by any means a talented engineer. I just am good at making videos and making music and being a goofball sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to throw up some stuff for KAK, so shout out to them.
Oh yeah, shout out to KAK. Thank you guys.
Yeah, what do they, how do they help you? Because obviously they make parts, right? So you guys are using those parts all the time in your builds that you do.
Yep. KAK sends me really anything that I need when it comes to what they make, and they make AR components primarily, and they make a bunch of cool calibers. They make like some really out there stuff like 9x39 AR, barrels and bolts and stuff. Yeah, it's cool. The owner Kurt is he's like really down to earth, really into firearms, and just like a pure gun guy. He has some insane pieces that I'm hopefully going to get to shoot when I go out and visit their new facility in Missouri this spring. But yeah, it's they're not a giant company. They started 10 years ago, but they've made a pretty good indent into the industry, and they're making, really, in my opinion, now I've tried a bunch of their stuff and obviously put it through the ringer through some of the builds, especially with the Ferts and the Watts and whatnot. And I can testify that it's quality stuff, and I wouldn't want to partner with a company that was going to be, crappy quality. So I got to give it to KK.
Okay, very cool. I know Lola's throwing up some links. Looks like affiliate links to 3D printers out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably a good chance to ask you 3D printing guys, get Vin and get Rich involved here for the time we have in this segment. We're going to go through segments, so we have like 20-minute segments, which you guys can see down there. Like we're in the, it's right under Rich's face right there. But we're in the welcome segment right now, but we don't have to stick to that, but we'll just use it as a rough guide. What do you all use for 3D printers? What's like, and where do you get them from? Let's do that. Let's start with Vin.
I run really poverty. I use a Ender 3 Pro and an Ender 5 Plus. And I basically pick them up from like the local micro center, or even the last two I just picked up were scrappers that someone threw out. So I've been spending the last few days fixing them.
Oh wow. Okay. Very good. Yeah. What about you, Rich? What do you use?
Wow. All right. So I'm OG. I got an ANET A8 that's highly modified. I've got two Ender 3s and not the Pros, but I do run Octoprint on them. So basically when a print gets done, I get a notification from Pushbullet on my phone that's dripping wet right now that my prints are done.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. And then what about you, PSR? What do you do you do any of your own 3D printing?
Oh yeah. That I absolutely do. I mean, by nature, it's kind of necessary if you're going to build your own gun and have it be your gun that you keep, that you print it. So I started off like everyone else usually with the Ender 3. It's the Ender 3 V2 with some slight upgrades. Did some research and figured, I looked at control P's of the guide. That's how I got into this whole thing. And Ender 3 seemed like the move. Ender 3 V2 I got into that, and then I wanted to print some different materials, so I got a Matter Hackers, a more expensive printer, which I in ways regret not just getting a Prusa instead, but I got a Matter Hackers Pulse XE, and that was going to be my nylon printer because I just was really fascinated by nylons and the ability to print like glass-filled nylons for strength and heat resistance and whatnot. I had mixed results with that, but I'm going to get back into it. But then I just got another Ender 3, and then I got started to get sent like for free printers by Mingda. They sent me a big printer, Rock 3 Pro. I've gotten sent printers by Big Tree Tech BQB1. I did a review on. I got sent this big dual extruder Guido printer, but I haven't been able to figure out how to put it together fully. It's been causing me problems, but I've got a bunch of printers. Too many.
You need to just send that to Vin, man. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I think so. I think I do actually. I might do that. It's just going to be the shipping that's going to be insane, but I think it's worth it actually. Because
What's the high end one? Was one of the ones that you mentioned the high end?
Yeah, it's a. So what I should have done was bought a Prusa Mark III. I think it's or i3 Mark II. Something.
How is that? How is the Prusa spelled?
PRUSA.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's not by any means a high end printer, but it's like if you're going to get like a consumer level printer, they're quality printers. They're not made in China. They generally have a good reputation as far as build quality. You can get them pre-assembled for a little bit extra, or you can build them yourself, which kind of helps you. Yeah, there it is, i3. Helps you kind of learn about the printer if you're new to it and whatnot. But I got a Matter Hackers Pulse XE, which is marketed to be out of the box, like best for printing their nylon, which is Nylon X.
Okay.
I think it's a carbon fiber filled nylon or a glass filled nylon. And I had mixed results with that. And one of them made for a great shot where a Evo receiver rapidly disassembled on me after 3 shots. And it was extremely epic footage that I really can't say I regret getting, because it was just an amazing
failure
thing to
always
watch.
works on the internet.
yeah, exactly. So that was one of my videos that did pretty well. But I think it was a combination of both bad layer adhesion and also using the wrong file, a file that was not really meant for that material. So
okay. I mean, let me just say this, like on the YouTube side of all of this, there are some YouTubers out there that don't put out stuff that goes wrong or whatever, which I understand. I mean, this is art. I see this as art and creativity. And so, with art, it's upon the artist to do whatever they want to do, right? To make up their own rules and to live or not live by those rules. But I think that the really fun stuff that people like is when you fail, when you do something wrong. 1, you can learn from that, but 2, they can make fun of you and ridicule you, which is awesome for the algorithm, right?
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to do like a Glock or an AR receiver in like 5% infill, and then just test it. If you don't know what that means, it's basically it's not what you want to do. Don't ever, if anyone's listening to this, don't ever.
Is it like making? Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. All right, yeah, sorry about that. There's a countdown down there also that we should be looking at that countdown, and I totally missed it. I was gonna say, is that like 3D printing an AR out of sugar or something like that?
Well, it's what you do is when you print a model, you can decide to basically choose the density at which it's made up. And the density is determined by the percentage of infill. So if you can imagine, if you're going to fill a bucket up with like a bunch of dirt, right? It would be like filling it up only 5% and then expecting it to be just as strong as a bucket and heavy as a bucket that was filled with all the way up 100%.
Okay.
So
it's going to be very hollow.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Basically 95% air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come Out and Play says what's up to you guys.
Come Out in PLA.
Yeah, Come Out in PLA. He says Vin will make even the sloppiest printer run. There you go.
Facts.
And he says, I'd recommend any Cubic Viper for a beginner. Has so many features built in and is stupid easy to assemble. There you go.
I've heard good things about that one. I gotta try to get one of those soon.
I don't know anything about these. I need to actually get a 3D printer.
Come on, they're not that expensive.
No, it's not. It's not even that. It's not the expense side of it. It's just there's like so many things. Yeah, so many things you get into. I'm obviously into guns, and that's like a main thing I've been doing for a long time. But I got into vans. Like right now, the podcast is going out in my van. That's what I'm.
Vans. So you're building vans and stuff? Like you got a van that you're speccing out?
Yeah, Hank's building vans. That's right. No. He's been building vans for years.
No, I don't build much of anything. If anyone who knows me, but so I bought a van. I bought a Class B passenger van. Mine is built on a Ford Transit, and it was actually the RV side of it was built up by Coachman, and I use that to travel around. So like I met you guys. Well, I met Vin before, but I met you at the gathering, and at the gathering Lola and I were there in this van. And that's how we get around and travel. So when I bought that and I got into it, I had a separate channel where I was doing that stuff on, and that took off. And then recently I got into ham radios. You know, there's only like so much bandwidth for all the different things, for like guns, vans, ham radios, you know, all this stuff.
And then
so.
Hank's an epic gardener. I mean, you should see his property. The gardens on his property are beautiful.
Yeah, okay. Don't believe anything that Rich says. The only gardening we do is bullet gardening around here. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, I'm someone that, like you probably, when I get into something, I go extremely hard into it and immerse myself into it and really try to learn everything I possibly can about it, so I can understand. You know, having another whole hobby to do that with could be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, and I think like everything, you know, comes naturally and you get into stuff. I could see different things in what I do. I can see in the gun world why I would want to 3D print some stuff. I could see even in the van world where I would want to do that, or even in ham radios, for example, that I just got into, where I would want to make something. So definitely the desire is there. And I think a lot of times when I'm interested in things, I spend a bunch of time just like looking at what everyone else is doing and trying to absorb info out of that. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. So I know we're in the news section, and I don't know if there's any 3D printing news anyone wants to talk about. Well, we can ask Vin or PSR or even Rich. Anything going on in your world so far as news?
Not 3D printing news.
Go ahead, Vin.
Release-wise, not release-wise.
And you can show guns. At any time, you guys can show guns here if you want to. At any time. Yeah, we don't.
This is a cool one. This is a cool one.
Yeah, what you got?
Browning Bar 22. It's made from 77 to 85, but in Moroku, Japan. But they basically stopped making it for like a few decades now. And I happened to find a kit, and I just 3D printed a receiver and resurrected it, and it shoots like a top.
Okay, very cool.
That's 3D. I can't even tell that's 3D printed.
Yeah, let's get a close look at that.
Sure. Yeah, bring up close.
Yeah. Wow, that looks like metal. I mean, I guess it's just gray.
That
looks fantastic.
Silver PLA, right? Silver PLA plus.
Yeah. Inland tough PLA in silver.
Sick.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
so
got a nice sheen to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't hold it like that on YouTube. Oh man, that feels
free.
enlivening.
Yeah.
Free.
You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with all this freedom, right? Like, I could just show.
Right?
I could just show guns.
Just released is the FNX9.
Oh, let's take a close look at that. Okay.
That thing's cool. That thing's real cool.
And of course, Vin has a zoom on his camera.
Yeah, I'm using
not the human zoom
on my bookcase.
Right.
So it's like the FNS9, but just hammer fired, right?
Yep.
So this is a 3D print, or?
Yep.
Oh.
And
okay.
I mean, I'm now on Utreon. We can even I'll part it out and you can see inside it.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you sign up for Utreon, Vin?
I just did.
You just did? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just say
as well.
Yeah, let me just say this before we get any deeper into this. PSR, I would definitely invite you to sign up for Utreon.
I will. I am gonna do it for sure.
Yeah, the CEO of Utreon is like a pro gun person. They're not just for gun stuff. There's a lot of different things.
But he's a Canadian, so you can't hold that against him.
Yeah, they're Canadian. But I know they were at Iraq Veteran. I think that's where you and John met them, right, Rich? At Iraq Veteran?
Actually, I didn't meet him there. I think Swamp Dog met him there, and then he kind of passed along the contact information.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and honestly, it's like everything's not perfect over here. It's not easy to compete with YouTube, in terms of money and development and all that kind of stuff. But they will pull your whole library over, and whenever you put up videos, they'll pull it over. So that way, if you run into something with YouTube, you could you have a backup. but also they kind of work like Patreon and YouTube. So you can have people sign up and subscribe, and you can get money coming in that way. You could go live like this and handle guns and all that kind of stuff like we're doing here. And if you're doing a show like this with me, I can actually set it up where you could get like 50% of whatever money if people gave us money and stuff like that. So
cool.
there is something like a super chat. Like right now, Rich is on there. I think I put Rich on for 25%. So
Cool.
I could probably
Or
go
send money. Send money.
Yeah, what's your YouTube thing, Vin? Yeah, people send money. I don't know. You guys don't have to. If you want to, you can. What's Vin's YouTube channel, or therefore the Utreon one?
My YouTube is just WinKVN. Just basically type in WinKVN's big channel. But you can also find me on vinstoolbox.com. It's basically a shopping list, and link to all my socials and such too, where you can, find, support me and whatnot. And I do have a Patreon to plug as well.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't see how. Okay, I think I would have to have done it.
Hank,
before
you
we
forgot
started.
the coolest thing about Utreon, which is you can
what's the coolest
shoot
thing?
guns while streaming live.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I know especially PSR, he's very popular, obviously. So, you might be able to, I feel like if people are going to do this, if they're going to entertain people and educate people and bring something on a professional level, like a continued basis, then they deserve to, not only get help producing these things, because it takes money to do all this stuff, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Takes money to print stuff. It's ammo. You guys have to go to a range somewhere. You got to have cameras and all that kind of stuff. So, you should be able to make a little bit of money out of this too. So,
Totally.
yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, let's see. Come Out in PLA says you should show Hank the Glockanovsky.
Who's doing that?
Glockanovsky. That's from what the hell is that?
IPS. IPS is design.
Yeah, the hottest
And
double.
basically,
Glock.
it's a double Glock. Who's got one cooking?
Oh, Vin is shaking his head.
Not
Not
me.
yet.
No, Vin?
I will
I
be
don't have one
soon.
cooking yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool.
I got enough, Patmos slide to kick it around. I have no excuse not to build one. Is it based on a G19, or is that what it is?
17, I believe.
Oh,
17? I got 17 slide to kick it around, too.
yeah. Where's that bullpup Glock?
Oh, right. Let's see. Oh, here it is.
Boom.
Wow.
That was going to be, on Roast Your Build, the next Glock, or next, this is Control Q's design, Finn knows that. And I kind of remixed it a little bit and remixed, I guess this was an AWCY brace, but I was going to go to Hank's, and I didn't have enough time for the whole brace to print, so I just modified it through some EMT in there.
Nice.
So the plan was I was going to drive over to Hank's and shoot it the next day, but somehow those plans got messed up.
We'll make it happen.
Yep.
802 Pew says I've got one cooking, but it's a redesign of his 2 mag wells, but single trigger group. There you go.
What did I drop?
So what's the dream? What's the dream 3? Okay, this thing is really driving me nuts here.
Take it off if you feel like it, man.
I am not tough enough. Let me see. I'm gonna start taking it off a little bit at a time. Man, everyone's gonna. Yeah.
I got a beef with print shoot repeat, and this'll remind him of what it is.
What is the beef? Oh my god! What?
Do you know what it is?
That looks like cash. Oh wow, that was yours. Oh wow, I absolutely shitted on that P80 in Roast Your Build.
What? Oh, okay. Hold on. So. Yeah, go back and explain. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know how you do this, man. And you're gonna have to do this for 2 hours.
I know.
That feels bad. Okay.
Fun stuff.
I can breathe like a human being. Okay, here we go. Yeah, what is the backstory of this for the rest of us that don't know, Rich?
So, Friday, P80 Ralph does Roast Your Build, and you submit pictures of your builds. And so the one build of mine that made it Friday was the G17 with a gold-plated slide. It's actually a 24-karat gold-plated slide. The one that didn't make it, the next one to be roasted, was the G34 bullpup, and I was like, great, Control Pew's there. It's his design, and I was all excited for that to get roasted. But
and
Ralph's
so,
like, all right, that's it, we're done.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
get roasted?
No,
I
it
don't
didn't get
remember that.
roasted.
Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
it
that
wasn't.
sucks.
It was
That
the
sucks.
next one. Ralph actually flashed it on the screen, and then like, oh no, we're not doing it anymore.
Oh, he stopped doing that particular segment,
Yeah.
is what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
sucks, man. Well,
Yeah.
look, you didn't. If it was the bullpup, I would have definitely given you a 9 or 10 out of 10.
You don't
on
have
that
to
one.
be nice to him, man.
No, look, look.
What are you
look,
talking about?
This is the
Be
thing.
extra mean this time. Go all in.
I went pretty all in on the build.
Okay.
On P80 Ralph's stream, I thought that the slide is awesome. The slide is beautiful. I love it. It's Russian mob gangster style.
Oh,
with the
wait,
G17,
I got one more.
The gold.
This is my wife's.
Oh, nice. See,
Hold on. This is
but-
crazy. Look at it.
wow. Now that is some extra.
Yeah, but that's nice scroll work on there for sure.
And that's a P365.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just am not a fan of the FDE mixed with the gold. To me,
Well,
that throws
it did
off.
look good on the gray. Like, I had it on the gray, and I was like,
Put it on the gray right now. Put it on the gray
Yeah,
right now
let's
for
see.
redemption.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like. I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys, you don't have to be nice to Flying Rich. He could take it. He could take the abuse. Trust me, he's been getting a ton of abuse from us over here for a long time. So, okay, this seems like right now this is gonna take you a minute here to put this all
No, I got
together.
it.
Oh, he's got
okay.
it. He's got it.
Yeah. Here we go. Boom.
See, I think. While I do think black would look better. I
I
think
think black is probably.
gray looks better than the FDE in my opinion. Just because
See, originally I had it on the gray.
See, yeah, I would have given it a little bit better, but still, what you should do is you should either, I actually did this with one of my frames. I RIT dyed it. I took a P80 frame and I dipped it in black RIT dye for a little bit, and I did it just enough so that I actually did it to an FDE frame, and it made it like this really cool saddle brown color, and then I stippled it after so that the original FDE was where the grip was, and the stipple part.
Let's see what's.
Nice.
How's this look?
There you go.
Yeah,
That's better look.
Yeah, if you put that. So did you put the gold on the FD? Well, that's what you originally had, the gold on the FDE.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I understand. Yeah. All right. There you go. I noticed you didn't open that up for us to. I mean, we could have totally roasted that for you. If you're gonna send something to a place that the title is roasting it, I'm assuming that people are gonna.
Oh yeah. I had the asbestos undies on. I was ready.
Oh, okay.
But I did send this to you yesterday.
Oh.
That's sick.
Yeah, this looks
Isn't that
badass.
crazy?
Yeah. So explain this to us, and then remember this goes out in audio, and people don't know, like they don't have a visual thing here.
So
what are we looking at?
This totally looks like a space scat. Now this is Invader Zip's design, who's a Fort Lauderdale resident. So all the cool 3D printers are in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, in Florida. And so this is a 9mm AR basically, and all it uses, the metal parts are the bolt, the buffer tube. I'm sorry, not the buffer tube, but the buffer spring, the buffer weight, the barrel, and the barrel nut, and that's all the metal parts other than the fire control group. So there is no metal upper; it's all 3D printed, and it just so if you're audio only, look up the ARK by Invader Zip. It's crazy looking.
Yeah, this does look really cool. It's very sci-fi. It's got a good sci-fi look to it. And the stock, what does that stock remind me of? Isn't there like, is it Troy that's making a stock like that? That's got like the triangle thing? Who is it that
Like
makes
Hera Arms makes
Yeah.
one like that.
Oh yeah,
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 Hera-
yeah,
yeah.
kind of more like the Hera. That's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it looks like that, but it looks like you could see that easily in a sci-fi movie.
Oh hell yeah,
Totally.
yeah. I mean, he should be getting calls from Hollywood to like, hey, can we
Mhm.
use your space cat in our next movie?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think Hollywood should tap into.
Oh,
to-
totally.
Oh,
although I don't know if we
Hollywood
want
does
to.
Hollywood does a lot of 3D printing. We've had what is the name of the guy now? Larry Zanoff. Have you guys ever
Mhm.
heard of Larry Zanoff?
I haven't.
He is the head armorer of Independent Studio Services, and I think he has what the hell? What's the name of it? He's got a TV show about guns. I can't remember
Oh, cool.
the name of that TV
Larry-
show. Let me see if I could pull up Larry Zanoff.
Larry-
But we've had him on the show before, and let me see if I can pull him up here. But anyway, so Independent Studio Services is one of the biggest. Here we go. They're one of the biggest studios in Hollywood, and they have a bunch of guns there. So, like right here, you can see just an example of Zanoff's guns. But Hollywood Weapons. That's the name of the TV show. Hollywood Weapons. I think you could see some of those episodes or something about that on YouTube. But if you have the let me go back here. Yeah, if you've got the Outdoor Channel Plus, you can get to see that. And we've had him on. I think right now Lola is planning on getting Larry Zanoff to come back on. We're gonna do like a movie night. So sometimes on the podcast,
Oh, cool.
yeah, we do a movie night. We talk about guns and stuff like that. So, but that's what. But anyway, they 3D print everything. When I went over there, it's in Hollywood, obviously. But when I went there, they had the biggest library. I would have to go way, way back to find even the pictures of that. But they had the biggest library of guns I've seen. They had like massive 3D printers that they use for making. They 3D print sets and stuff like that for Hollywood. So
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
yeah, so they do a lot of obviously a lot of gun stuff and a lot of the sci-fi gun stuff that you guys see. I'm gonna see if I could find on I gotta go on Instagram and see if I could find some old pictures. Brian Quick here. I'm gonna get this question in for anyone who wants to take this. He says, I mean this with all due respect, but why do people think polymer additive manufacturing is going to replace machining metal? Three-dimensional printing is relatively good. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Okay, sorry about that. Once again, I am not paying attention to the countdown. So we got interrupted there. Here's Brian Quick's question again. I mean this with all due respect, but why do people think polymer additive manufacturing is going to replace machining metal? Three-dimensional printing is relatively good, but at least 10 years out from matching machining ability. So, but who wants to go for that one?
I think 10 years is incredibly optimistic. Plastic will not replace metal. There's just crap you can't do in plastic.
Okay, Vin?
What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the point I want to remind people with 3D print guns is you're looking for accessibility. And polymer printing is made in this context to fulfill the context of accessibility. It's not meant to be a replacement necessarily to match machining. It's more of just another tool to provide this level of, to reduce the barrier of entry to get the part and to get the function that you need, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you want to add to that?
I mean, I would just reiterate what Vin and Rich said. I think that it is cool. The prospect of being able to 3D print metals is really fascinating and cool. And I think that we're probably a few years away from that being more accessible. Although, you can get some printers now that do that stuff for, way cheaper than they've ever been. And that's going to keep happening. It's going to keep getting cheaper. It's still pretty unattainable for your average person, but that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the big thing that 3D printing has been doing, I mean, maybe, commercially to everyone out there in the last few years, it's gotten bigger, but companies have been using this for a while to prototype stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the AK guy, Brandon Herrera, he's building an AK-50, but he's 3D printing a lot of the parts so he can physically see how they go. Like when you 3D print something, you're like, all right, how is that going to work? Is it going to like fit and slide properly? Is it going to have too much wobble? Or I know when I design something in 3D printing, sometimes I design it too small or too big, and I'm like, oh, I could have went half the size, or I should have went twice the size. Like I just printed a part for my chlorine generator, and I'm like, oh, I made it way beefy, but it won't break, it won't come apart. But I could have saved some print time and filament on it.
Yeah. There's. I think it's almost. I think when we had these discussions, right? It always reminds me of VHS. So I don't know, you guys. Van and
Data versus
PSR.
VHS.
I remember VHS.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I know you guys are younger, but I remember in the 80s, VHS like changed the world, man. When they got so affordable, I think, what was it? It was like $100. When you could buy a VHS player for $100, I remember like my dad coming home with a VHS player. Change the world. Change the world. And now all of a sudden people were copying stuff. You could get stuff, you could get movies really easily. This was before the internet, so porn became very accessible.
Every mom and pop VHS place had a back room.
Yeah, you would go through the beads.
Yeah, I remember that
Oh,
actually.
you do? Okay.
I'm older than people think.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was, if you think back to that, I think that it relates back to 3D printing and what it is now, that it's all of a sudden becoming very easy to do, not just in the gun world, but for lots of cases. Go ahead.
So here's the thing that always kind of ticked me off, and a lot of people thought, and maybe it could still come true, that 3D printing is going to be something like you go to Kinko's and like I can push print just the same way that you can press print on a web browser and print out a picture and pick it up at CVS.
Okay.
We may be able to print metal or plastic or resin and pick it up at a Kinko's in an hour. Now, the question is, they're not going to let me print a Glock slide at Kinko's out of metal on their metal printer. They're going to restrict.
They should.
That. There's going to be
They
censorship.
should. Yeah.
Well, I say they shouldn't. I'm a CCW in Florida. I'm not a prohibited person. I want a Glock slide. They should let me print one.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Listen, you're right. Go ahead. I think Vin wanted to chime in here. I saw that the mask is off.
No, I think he just liked air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You look better.
I gotta take it off.
You look better, Vin. Rich can keep it on. Rich looks better this way.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think printing is just gonna get more and more accessible. I actually foresee a printer being in every single common household. Printing replacement knobs and parts, say for like your washer dryer and stuff. It's a machine that you can either get models from someone online who's done it before, or you can make it yourself if you put the time to learning Fusion or Tinkercad. And so I think it's just gonna get more and more commonplace to see 3D printers.
Yeah.
There is a realm still. There will still be that realm of printers where if someone gifts it to you, you can't afford to run it. And I've had the luxury of being able to see one and realizing that the market that those machines were meant for is not the average person. They're meant for like organizations and governments. So I think printers like the Ender 3, you'll see them like commonplace everywhere, even maybe smaller ones like an Ender 2. Just making things to fix around the house or like a stopgap of sorts until you buy a replacement part or even use the part from the printer for the actual replacement itself.
Yeah. Come out. Go ahead. I don't know if you wanted to add something, PSR.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a proponent of that same thought and prediction as Vin just said. I think I think eventually, unfortunately, the corporate world will try to sink its teeth into that home. The consumer taking
DRM.
taking the power into their own hands and manufacturing their own things, in some way, whether it's charging for files or making a whole like repository for where you have the subscription service, or maybe you don't ever even own your printer, it's just rented or something. The standard classic things where we see things going. So I mean, that's
Like
just my
ink.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all on people, or whether or not people go for that, right? That's
True.
the thing. Go ahead, Vin.
I think whether people go for or not, and I think people already, given the way things are going, already are going for a end of ownership kind of style. The fact that 3D printers are already open source from the beginning, from its inception, basically makes that impossible at the consumer
Even
level.
the Prusa.
Well, I mean, they could try, and in some cases, people will do it if they make it easier to do. So, I mean, there's always a case for that, right? Like, if things are easy to do, people will go that route. It's like, why do I use an iPhone? Because honestly, it's easier to do. I hate Apple and all the crap that they get into, but even me, that I'm right on the same plane of thinking as you guys, I go for it with the iPhone because it's easy to do it. And I think that there's going to be folks out there who want easy access to stuff, and they're not worried about being able to make whatever they want. And then there's going to be those of us who do want to make whatever we want to make, and we won't. They can't put that genie back in the bottle with that. Yeah.
Right. So I think that the corporatists will just shift their market attention to that population of people who, I guess, want the easy way. Like I think Dremel has their own 3D printer. I know Dagoma tried to create an algorithm, or they tried to basically put out gun files that didn't really work, but then that didn't really work out as well. So they can try, but for people who are enthusiasts, or people who know what they're looking for, demand more from the devices they own, you're right, the genie's out of the bottle.
Yeah, of course people are going to try to put laws into effect, but it's just, I mean, we've been making things for a long time, so, it's not to say that we can't wind up in a state where, the powers that be, or the government decides, hey, you can't own your own milling machine, or this thing or that thing. If you own it, now you have to be an FFL. People are going to try that nonsense. It's up to us whether or not we go for that, and we allow that, or we even comply with those kinds of things. But yeah, look in Mexico, where it's very difficult. I think there's isn't Mexico, like, there's not that many FFLs over there, right?
Well, I think there's one in Mexico City, right?
Yeah, but
there's
still
only one.
Yeah, but in machine shops, people are making guns. It's the same thing in England. In machine shops at night, when the shop is supposed to be closed down, people are making guns. Making something illegal does not stop people from doing it.
Right, it just drives it underground.
Yeah.
Wait,
people
really?
do it. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
I mean, people are just going to do what they want to do. Oh, by the way, let me just do this. I know that the chat is pretty active right now, so two things I want to do. Everyone that's in the chat, please smash the arrow up under the title. I appreciate that. And then also, if you guys are looking at the chat, Edward Brower is in the chat. He's the CEO of Utreon, so shout out to him. He says, hey guys, are we making a channel for print, shoot, repeat? Yes, you should be making one.
Yes, I will be making one very soon. You can bet that.
Yeah.
And Edward's the man to talk to.
Yeah.
So Edward, when you come to Florida, hang out with the cool 3D printing guys.
Yeah.
Hank.
You know what we should do? We should. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. You owe me that one. I know. You owe me a few. You owe me a few jabs here. Yeah, Edward, you're always welcome to come to Florida. We should do a get together. I was talking to Vin about this. We actually do need to get together. So Vin, print, shoot, repeat, and Flying Rich, perhaps. I gotta check with Lola, see whether or not you're invited. But you guys are welcome to come down here and shoot on the hacienda with me and do some stuff. I'll get some cool guns here. Yeah, I'll get some cool guns. Sick. You guys will be here. We'll all make videos. We'll have a good time, and we'll share it with the people.
That would be badass. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's make that happen. I know Vin has some project ideas for that, right?
Yeah, I can bring down some toys and goodies, and we can
Yeah.
even peruse the gun stores too for new experiments.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
What about a recoilless rifle? You got one of them kicking around?
No, you know what? It'd be nice.
I'm asking Ben.
What
It'd
do you
be
mean?
nice. Do you have a recoilless rifle kicking around?
Well,
No.
Control Q's working on something.
Well, he's working on a soda launcher novelty
Oh.
apparatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
know
sorry, I
what
meant to
you mean
say
by
soda
recoilless.
delivery system. That's
Oh,
right.
okay.
And,
Yeah.
Yes.
and actually,
definitely.
Control Q's in Orlando now.
Oh yeah. Is Control Pew living in Orlando now?
Yep. Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Mr. Snow in Jacksonville, Control Pew in Orlando,
Oh, very
Invader
nice.
Zip in Fort Lauderdale.
Isn't Matthew Larossiere also? Yeah, Matt
Oh,
Larossiere is. Yeah, he's in. I thought he was in Orlando-ish kind of area.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
yeah, he's somewhere. What is it? An undisclosed location? Is this like he's
I don't know,
somewhere.
actually.
He's somewhere in Florida. We've had him on the show before, Matthew Larossiere. So,
Great guy.
yeah.
Love Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a
That's
cool
awesome.
dude. Let me. Edward Brower says that he's probably going to be coming here soon. We should arrange for something. Let me just jog back a little bit to show you guys because I had to go dig deep to find this on my Instagram, so I'm not going to waste it. Look at that. Who could tell me where this is from? Does this look familiar? Does anyone recognize this
no,
gun?
No, that's not. I thought it was something else.
Do you
That
guys
wasn't
know-
from the Fifth Element.
No,
was
not
something
Fifth
else.
Element. No. Close. Come on.
Is
Oh,
that AK
shoot!
Selector?
Oh,
Do you recognize it, Vin? No.
No.
PSR?
Looks-
No.
I don't.
No. This is from Firefly.
that's
Never seen it.
Oh man, it's been too long.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at
That's
the
an
rounds. I
AK. Look
remember
at it. Look
somebody
at it.
going
Look
over
at it
that.
closely. Look, AK. It's actually an
Wow.
AK. It was also in the movie Showtime. Did you guys ever see the movie Showtime?
No, I
No.
don't
So
think so. I don't
it's-
think I've
it's a
seen
Eddie-
Firefly either.
It's an Eddie Murphy.
Firefly, no.
You never saw the
Don't
TV
say
show?
that.
You never saw Firefly, the TV show?
And
No.
Serenity, the movie.
Heard of it?
Oh my God. Okay.
Serenity is the. Oh yeah.
Okay, you guys are not nerdy enough. Maybe you're from the young generation of nerds.
Nah,
You don't know
I don't
about you don't know about
Yeah.
Firefly?
All Vin knows about is K-pop. That's all.
Oh.
Ooh, now that's stereotyping. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm
interested.
telling you. Low blows.
Yeah, that's a little harsh.
No, Vin is an absolute master of a lot of amazing, very antiquated, nuanced music,
Oh, really?
but not K-pop. Not K-pop.
Not
That is for sure.
you don't like K-pop, huh? Okay. Here, let me show you another one. Let's see if you recognize this one. Check this. These were all independent studio, ISS, Independent Studio
Whoa.
Services. Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar to you?
That's Dargo's Quelter Blade from Farscape.
No, it's Transformers.
Transformers.
That's
oh.
from one of the
See,
Transformers. That's from one of the Transformers movies. So just to
I
show
wanna know
you,
what's
like
over
this,
your head.
this is one of the rooms. This is one of the rooms in ISS. Just look at that. Look at
that's
this room.
nuts.
Look
That's
at
nuts.
like this is guns in the background, dudes.
How are they
These
able
are-
to have this in? Was it California?
Yeah, they got guns.
crazy.
They have a
That
lot
is
of guns. They have
All California legal.
yeah, well, so some of them are dummy guns. Like they rent a lot of guns out to different movies and TV shows, and some of them are dummy guns. But they have a lot of real guns. Like so, when I went there, these guys had a bunch of Tech 9s, for example. They had a room that was just filled with Tech 9s.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, those are super California compliant. I've
Yeah,
heard.
if you're gonna be, and if if any of you guys are gonna be in California for any reason, so PSR, I don't know, in your travels, I don't know,
Yeah.
as you're traveling around the world as an ink salesman, if you're gonna be in California, I could actually connect you to Larry Zanoff, and you could go get a tour of ISS. You love it.
That would be pretty sweet. Chances
Yeah.
are we could very easily make that happen, considering where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Let's see here.
Oh, joined by my little kitty. Hey.
Ghosta. What's up? Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
you got it. No, that's cool. Ghosta says, is Vin drinking a Coors Banquet?
I don't drink. This is Yoo-hoo. I drink the Yoo-hoo to forget the boo-hoo.
Okay, there you go. Everyone can show what they're drinking if they're drinking something. Okay, I could do you better than that, man. I'm drinking Minute Maid. Look at that. I'm drinking Minute Maid lemonade right there.
I got that good old classic H2O right here.
Oh man, H2O, and what we don't know what
H2O with the CO2.
Yeah, right. I doubt that that's actual water. I don't even believe that nonsense. We're healthy. We're kind of healthy
H2O
today.
with the CO2.
Okay, carbonated. Okay,
yes.
Cool.
You know, dioxy. What is it? Dimono.
I
can't even remember the formula for water.
Dihydrogen
monoxide is a deadly killer.
Yeah. So we got like 2 minutes here oh, we're in the Gorn section. We didn't even show Gorn. Okay, let's start showing some guns, but we'll move this over into the next section. I'm gonna go to so right now let's see what Vin has got. Let's go to Vin. Boom.
Beretta 92, made by Gerald Katz. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. It's basically printed Beretta 92. I mean, there isn't really much simple way to explain it.
It looks like you just made
badass.
the frame, right? You 3D printed just the frame, or what did you?
Yeah, printed just the frame. It's a little secret in here, but I'll let Gerald reveal that when it's time. You can, beta test this right now on his room on the George Spence Rocket Chat, and I can actually say that here. Now that this is amazing. Watch my mouth and stuff.
No, you don't. No, you guys can curse. You can do whatever you need to do. It's all freedom here. Now, when we put it on YouTube, who knows what's going to happen? But I don't really care because it's going to be on Utreon, so we don't care about
whatever you do. Just don't go to thegatalog.com.
Okay. And by the way, Lola's saying that Control Pew will be on soon as well. So there you go.
As he should.
Yeah, he's been on before. Control Pew got me all interested in the 3D printing thing. Okay, what else you got, Vin? Come on, let's see how much you can keep this going here.
So there's K. Murray's PLA polymer lever action or plastic lever action. It's built off the Henry H001 platform. It's basically a Henry's lever gun operating in 22.
Very nice.
Printed receiver and printed tang.
Okay. Did you change something on that though? So why did you print it? Okay.
I printed because I think we're gonna break.
Oh yeah, we are. We should have, but we didn't. Hold on, I'll manually go there. With Arms List, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Arms List. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Arms List. All right, yep, absolutely. We're still here, making trouble. What were you going to? What was it?
You were asking why it was printed.
Yeah.
I didn't make any change to it.
Okay.
That's printed
no background check. That's why it was printed.
Yeah.
Right.
No background.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's a valid reason. What? You got something else?
I got Yeezy's Mac Daddy.
Oh.
Remix on this frame here. It's basically a improved Mac Daddy frame, pretty much.
Mac 11, 9mm.
Accessories and whatnot too, like a Invader brace mod and a magazine holder in the front. I just opted to go for the plain Jane look.
Yeah. So PSR, I think you're trying to say that there's some folks. So just for the old dudes in here, like myself, like some of these guys that Vin is saying are the people who came up with the models or whatever, right? For the. for
Yeah.
these particular things.
Yeah, so he's listing their names or pseudonyms that they use online, like Yeezy Season is the
Yeah.
remixer of that frame. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually Kanye.
Unfortunately,
it's not
no.
actually
Although
Kanye.
I'm very curious to see what Kanye thinks about 3D printed guns.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone know? Is Kanye a gun dude? There's a lot of folks out there, like the Hollywood types, that are into guns, but I don't know about Kanye.
I don't think Kanye's into guns, but I
like-
bet you he wouldn't hate that they exist. The
No,
3D
I'd like to get Post Malone with
Post Malone,
printed guns.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Post Malone with 3D printed guns would be fun.
Yeah, Post Malone is a pro gun kind of dude. What's the name of oh man, it just went out of my brain. Not DMX. Exhibit is a gun guy.
Oh yeah.
I actually ran into Exhibit one year at SHOT Show.
No
Oh
way.
wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's cool.
So I'm not sure if that's like a, if everyone knows that, but I saw Exhibit running around SHOT Show, so, I thought that was cool. All right, let's see here. What are the other? I know Vin probably has more stuff, but I'm trying to give anyone else who has a chance here. We could show off Gorn all we. Yeah, look at. I mean,
Wow,
Vin is
flex.
gonna. Yeah, go ahead. Do it again. I just went into just look. Whoa.
Boom. Damn, look at that wall.
Bow down and respect my authority.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I stole Vin's backdrop for a couple videos.
No, that's really cool. No, that's awesome.
Fun, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to go through, see if there's any questions. Lola wants to know how long does it take to print, say, a receiver? What's the runtime? That's from Lola.
That depends. Are you printing like a pistol frame or like a U bar or like
AR.
Mhm.
It varies. It varies.
This
Yeah.
one
9
takes a
hours
little
for
over
this blower.
24 hours.
Okay, go ahead. Show that again.
So hold
Rich.
on, I got the upper on it. Let me pull the upper off.
Yeah.
Poke a pin.
Only 9 hours for that lower?
Yeah, I'm totally frickin' cheating. So, 9
What printer
hours
you got?
for the Invader Zip blower. The
Oh,
question
okay.
is, will it last? I haven't fired it yet, so
What printer?
I'm doing a hack. So basically, I use the Prusa slicer, no, the Cura slicer, and Cura is by Ultimaker, and Ultimaker did like a double fast 100% infill for their printers, and you can copy that over and just modify the bed size and use it on Ender 3. And
Mhm.
basically, like, I think it was 9 hours and 11 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So,
That's
Okay.
fast. Normally it would be almost twice that.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
How
yeah.
many walls?
It's basically 50 half the time.
Interesting. What were you saying about that, Vin?
How many walls and like 100% infill? But how many walls are you using?
I did 6 walls on this.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's usually
9 hours.
that's usually what I run is 6 to 8 walls.
Yeah, explain the walls. What's the wall
So,
situation?
The
Explain
walls
it to.
are perimeters, the outer side. So how many times it traces around. So if like
Okay.
picture you're printing a donut
Mhm.
or a cylinder with a hole in it. It's going to trace around 6 times around the outside, 6 times around the inside, and then do zigzag and fill the inner part.
Okay. Okay.
And the zigzag is the infill.
Yeah.
I can zoom in here. So the walls are basically I guess Rich explained pretty well. They're basically the shell, and they actually matter more than infill when it comes to say resiliency of the frame.
Mhm.
Basically gives it more surface area to bond and squish together, rather than with infill you have little pockets of air in between. Is how I would best describe it, and I might be wrong on my analogy there, but
Mhm.
essentially the walls matter more for I guess stiffness and sturdiness over infill.
Huh. So like I'm trying to just quantify this for my brain. So if you imagine like bones, right? Like your bones. The wall would just be hollow, and then the infill is basically like your marrow or whatever is filling in that bone.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
The toughest part of your bone is the outer part of it, not the marrow.
Mhm. Right.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
And typically the wall prints slower too, which is why I was so
Mhm.
curious to hear that print in 9 hours. the walls
Oh,
print
yeah.
slower to allow for more time for the material to bond and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Hot and
That's
slow is usually what they recommend for
yeah.
for the
That's
printing.
definitely Flying Rich flexing on you guys. I'm just saying.
No.
He's just
Look, I didn't do
That's
it.
just he's flexing on
like
you.
I say with
Flexing until
a
the
lot of this-
receiver flexes and breaks when he test fires it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn
I'm
right.
just kidding. No, I hope it doesn't. But
Yeah. Herb says birds have 20% infill. I guess that's why they can fly.
Yeah, so their bones are hollow.
Right.
So okay,
Mostly.
the lower
Gotta
took
have something in
9
there.
hours and 53 minutes. And the reason I know that is because Push Bullet told me so.
Oh, okay. All right.
More
Yes.
flex. That's more flex.
Yeah, I know exactly. Vin, don't let him flex on you like this, man. Come on, you gotta you gotta come back here strong, man.
hey, if it's a bird, maybe it'll fly away when you shoot it.
Okay. Eventually, someone will be able to print. What was the name of the owl in? Do you remember that? Like one of the first CG movies that was out there. Was it like Titans or something like that? What the hell was the name of that movie? Do you know what I'm talking about? Remember that old Titans movie and it had the owl? No? Oh, damn
No.
it.
Unfortunately,
I think was it Clash of the Titans or something like that? Like the old Clash of the Titans movie. Okay, now I got it.
Don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking
lost
about?
her.
Okay, you guys
Nope.
are not. I think it's Clash of the Titans. You got.
That might be your age group, specific to your age
Oh,
group.
I see.
Hank's like a couple years younger than
Okay,
me.
yeah. So you don't remember this owl? You don't remember this
Oh
owl?
wow!
You
Nope.
remember that?
Wow.
Nah.
Bubo and the Clash of the Titans. No one remembers Clash of the Titans? Okay, you guys are way too. You guys are too young. Okay, forget you guys. You never heard of Clash of the Titans?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
I've heard of it, but I just haven't seen the
Yeah,
film.
that's that's back. So a long time ago, there used to be TV, right? And TV was this thing where they actually sent the signal out, and then you had to have like an antenna in a box, and it was like like really deep tube. You literally would get radiation from that,
Oh, wow.
My daughter found out about TV antennas and asked if it was legal.
Yeah. You don't. Okay, Clash of the Titans, for crying out loud. Clash of the Titans, 1981. No one remembers this movie, Clash of the Titans. Really?
Like I said, I don't remember that film.
Wow. Okay.
That doesn't look like an overly masculine
Okay.
poster.
Right now,
I probably didn't see it.
Flying Rich is he's just fronting right now. He's acting like he doesn't know. Steve Shitzowak says yeah. He says Medusa was the shit. This was high tech for 1981. Okay,
It looks like stop motion animation.
Absolutely. Brian Quick says with Harry Hamlin. There you go, Harry. You guys have to look at
Wasn't the original Terminator in 1981?
Could be.
I think so. It was 80s for sure.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
See, I think I probably went to the theater where Clash of the Titans was playing and went to see Terminator instead of that.
Whatever, Rich. Shut up. Lola says, okay, you're too old, Hank. Armin and Axis says, I remember that movie. There you go. And come out to PLA says, before CGI, we had stop motion. See, you guys need to respect your elders. Okay? Go back and look. Go back and look at these movies.
Motion. I remember stop motion.
Jade Grew says that was an awesome movie. So there you go. Yeah, man. You know, now I'm just feeling really old. Yeah. Let's just move on and show some more guns. Let's do that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna show some guns here. Let's see. What do I want to go with? Okay.
Let's see.
So hopefully you guys know what this is. This is it's a Chris Vector.
Hey,
What
we can be
caliber?
vector buddies.
The only
caliber?
thing. This
45?
is nope. This is a 22.
No.
this
no,
is
so
actually-
it's not
this-
a Chris Vector.
It is a
How could
Chris
that 22?
Vector.
No.
It
No,
is a
it
Chris
isn't.
Vector.
No.
It is a
It
Chris
doesn't
Vector.
do anything a Chris Vector does. It's just a 22.
Okay. Do you see where it says Chris right on there? Somewhere
Yeah,
right there?
but
Yeah,
The
it's a Chris
thing that makes it
No.
a vector isn't
Well,
in there.
yeah, there's the vector. There's a V right there for vector.
Yeah, all right. So if this was Ralph roasting your build, I would DQ it. It's disqualified.
It's a vector,
Yeah, 22.
huh?
I haven't seen those since they first announced them, and they just disappeared.
I used to actually know the Chris Vector guys. I've done a bunch of Chris Vector videos. I've known those guys for a while, going to SHOT Show and all that kind of stuff. So when this came out, I put out a video. I don't know if it's up on my YouTube channel, because YouTube, I get hit on a lot of videos and we wind up having to take them down. But it might. Lola will tell me whether or not it's up there. But yes, this is a Chris Vector, a 22, not like made by someone else or whatever. But no, there's no vectoring because it's not necessary with a 22.
Oh man.
It's not necessary with a 9mm. Let's be honest. Okay.
Well,
You
I
know-
shot a suppressed Vector 9mm full auto.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
See that?
Yeah.
And that's when you realize, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, and that's beautiful gun to shoot, right? Full
Oh my
full
god,
auto.
insane! The 9mm. I haven't tried the full auto 45, but the 9 full auto, I mean, it barely had any recoil.
Yeah, it's just like zip.
Yep, and fast rate of fire.
Yeah, the 45 I like for the double and triple taps
That makes sense.
on the machine gun. But if you buy one of these and it's not a machine gun, that vectoring isn't doing anything for you anyway.
No,
It's
it's just sending it down.
it's
It's
just for
literally
looking
sending.
cool.
You have to readjust your shot up.
Yeah.
My favorite full auto is the Sten gun. I love that cyclic rate. It's
On the Sten
just
gun?
the right rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not tried a
That's
Sten yet. I
basically
love
just
it.
a chug. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
come out here to Florida to do something with us, there will be Sten guns.
Oh, beautiful,
Ooh.
beautiful.
Yes, because Walther of Safety Harbor Firearms also owns StenParts.com. You guys ever heard of StenParts.com?
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So Walther of Safety Harbor Firearms owns that. So I'll introduce you guys.
Stemparts.com.
Yeah, I'll introduce you guys to him. Lola says that video's not on the channel anymore, so that had to probably get taken down or something like that.
Dang.
In our fight with YouTube, it's probably up somewhere, but we'll figure that stuff out. Herb says I'm closer to Vin and PSR, but my parents made me watch it when I was a kid. Yeah.
See.
You guys need to go look that up, man, and see how awesome it was in the olden days when you had to do stop motion animation.
So, has everybody here watched Tremors?
Oh, yes, I've watched it. Oh,
No.
I've heard of the film, but I actually have not seen it.
it's
No
multiple.
comparison.
It's multiple films, and they're all
Oh.
awesome.
And actually
Yeah.
a TV series.
Yeah.
There was a TV series.
Yeah. And very good. There's a lot of gun guy memes in those movies.
Yes. Yeah. So the first three Tremors
Right.
are real worth seeing.
Yeah. There's a scene in Tremors where I forgot the name of the guy, but there's a guy in there that's a
Burt
legit.
Gummer.
What's his name?
Burt Gummer.
Yeah, but what's the name of the actor? I can't remember.
Oh, what was it? Full House? What was he from?
Yeah. Anyway, so that dude in there opens up a thing like a hidden room, and there's a whole bunch of guns. So that's like you probably have seen that particular thing before. You
Yeah,
haven't
the
realized.
memes. There's all sorts of memes out there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Come out and PLA says Digital Imbu is working on a vector type project.
I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to print. I have a PS90, but I definitely want to print the PS90. That's freaking cool.
Yeah. I think that what caliber do you guys think this like? I think 22 is cool, but 5.7 maybe.
Yeah, 5.7 would be sick.
Yeah.
Maybe-
with a binary trigger of some sort.
Oh hell yeah!
Mm.
Oh,
Do you know if
what
the
Chris
double
needs to
tap
come out
binary
with.
would fit with the 22 or no? It's probably different, right?
I don't know.
Because they make a double tap. Double tap makes a binary.
A
For the
22
vector. For the vector, I don't know if they make it for
I'm
the
not
22 vector.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that will fit in here because I don't know how exactly this works.
If I recall correctly, the 22 and the center fire control groups for vector are slightly different.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a cool. That would be the closest you could get without going NFA on the vector. Is just get a binary for it. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. No one else made a binary for vectors?
I think it's only
They
that
should.
one double
Yeah.
They
tap
should.
company.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Vin?
Chris, they recently had a sale, and I'm not gonna lie, I bought some like nice stuff like magazines and such, and
Right.
an angle foregrip, but I saw that they had parts like bolts and like fire control groups and whatnot. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that no one has at
Scooped
least
them
made a
up.
3D printed version for like 22, because the 22s they exist, but I haven't seen them since they released. I've seen one, and then that was it.
So, you know what I think would be the problem with that? I know that Chris, or the company, is probably enforcing their rights when it comes to the 20. Because you know, there's people who do like 22 versions of everything. So they might be
Yep.
suing people and all that kind of stuff. Because I thought there was a company
Oh, wow.
out there that was doing a 22 version of this. But there may be lawsuits and stuff like that going on. But they do have those parts out there, because if you have a 9, you can make it a 45 or whatever else. So there's parts out there. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys more stuff if no one has anything. I'm gonna go to more stuff here. So here's something that I've had for a while. I don't know if anyone's gonna recognize this, but I've had this for a while. This is the first polymer 1911.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is. Remember ATI? Well,
Mhm.
American Tactical Imports, polymer 1911.
Is that like an
Wow.
EAA version or?
No, they made a polymer 1911.
Oh,
They
wait,
made
ATI
polymer
made it or ATI
ARs.
imported it?
No, ATI made it. It was made
Okay.
here in America. And I did
Wow.
video. Now these grips, these are 1911 grips that Sam Andrews makes, some Andrews custom leather.
Ooh,
And
is that
so-
alligator? What is that? That's
No,
python
this
or something.
no. This is Stingray.
Stingray.
Those are, yeah, that's
pretty
Stingray.
cool.
Stingray grips on there. But yeah, so if anyone saw that video, I'm gonna look up the thing. The thumbnail for that video, the video actually got some views. I don't know if it's still out there, but it got some views because of the thumbnail. Let's see if I can find that thumbnail. Someone else could show a gun while I'm looking for that thumbnail. So
That's
I can show
crazy
you guys.
hot. All right. Well, Invader Zip wasn't here earlier, so I'll show this off again.
Oh, he
This
was.
is
He wasn't. He was.
design.
Was he in the chat?
Yeah, he texted me. He's like, "Hey, did you show it off yet?" I'm like, "Whoop, here it is."
Oh, okay. What?
You got some gap on the handguard, not to.
Oh
roast your
yeah,
boat,
yeah.
but-
That it curled a little bit, and on my second print here, let's see, do I have all the parts? I still got to clean it up a little bit, and there's still a little bit of
A
curl
little bit
on
of
that.
gap. Yeah. I
Yeah.
had that with my FGC9 too.
Yeah.
It looks sick though, not detracting from the beauty of the fire.
No. I mean, I looked at that. I'm like, crap. How do I fix that?
Yeah. So check this out. I just found the thumbnail. I'm going to show you guys. Here's the thumbnail.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
the thumbnail for the video. Yeah,
2015 was 7 years ago.
yeah, man. Yeah. So that's when this came out, and so it's polymer 1911. So I got that.
Sick.
I think Lola, I was thinking about it, so Lola went and got that out of the safe, because remember we were talking about prototypes and stuff like that, and these guys actually made it into,
Yeah.
Yeah, how many
That's sick.
1911s are you guys 3D printing? You guys done any 3D printing stuff on 1911?
Great
We
question.
got one right here.
Oh, okay. Let's
The
see.
3011 came first, but now
Yeah.
there's an actual
Vin,
fully printable.
Vin is
3D,
going to the
uh,
wall. He went to the
frame.
wall, people.
The
He's getting-
3011 is crazy looking.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
I like the comp on that.
Freeman 1337 recently announced this on AGCast stream. It's basically
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. All right, yeah, see, we are not keeping track of anything. I am not
Sorry.
Because
tracking.
we're too involved.
Yeah, I'm not tracking these breaks at all. Yeah, go ahead, Vin. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
this is Freeman 1337's 1911.
Mm-hmm.
This one has printed rails right now. He's working on a metal spec one, but I mean it's pretty much what it is. It's a 3D printed 1911. fits
That's an
together pretty
extra
well.
beaver tail. Yeah, I like that.
The beaver tail is to accommodate the. It's basically to add extra surface layering for the safety
Mhm.
pin to not
Mhm.
basically split the layers. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that's pretty much what it is. This one here, this kit from Sarko is a little odd. The barrel, the comp is loose here, but if I tighten it all the way, it ends up pointing to the left hand side.
Hmm.
So I think I need to get some shims, or I'm not
Yeah.
too familiar with attaching comps like this.
Yeah. I think
But-
probably something to do with
O-ring?
the timing, right? Yeah.
What about an O-ring? Can you put a rubber O-ring in there or no?
I could probably stick an O-ring on. I don't see a little gap for the O-ring to sit.
Strange. Yeah, I
You'd
remember
want like
checking
a
that
set
out.
screw.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Ralph B
Well, that-
says, go ahead. Ralph B says, maybe I need to start streaming on here. We can actually hold firearms. Yes, you can. You just sign up.
Oh.
Sign up for Utreon,
That's
and you can.
P80 Ralph. Yeah.
Yeah, and P80 Ralph. I guess that's the same person. Can you do live builds on here? Yeah, I don't think.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
everything,
it's-
man.
Yeah.
Everything. You can fire guns live on Utreon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Ralph, I think this should be the new home of the roast your build.
Roast your build.
Yeah. And they're trying, listen, it's like I said, it's not perfect as YouTube, but these guys are trying to work with us, and they're trying to develop things and get us to use this. The more people that use this, the better. And as I've said, like if you are on here and you want to come on and do stuff with us, there's an easy way that you could put in collaborators, and if people give money and stuff like that, you could share it and all that. So I think that's a cool thing. YouTube doesn't do that, right? If you go on YouTube,
No.
for example, PSR is pretty big on YouTube, right? He has a big audience, and if he comes on my show and people come over and they're giving money, then you have to like wait for me to send it to him, which would never happen. I'd never send the money, I'll send a patch or something on. But on here, it'll just.
I'll take a patch.
On here, it'll just go to him. So there you go. Yeah. If you want a patch, I can absolutely. There's one of our patches right there.
Oh, that's
And-
sick. I want one. I got a patch
Yeah.
wall that I'm trying to fill
Oh, cool.
up.
Okay. All right. So we'll get you some patches. I don't know if Vin has. Vin probably not. Did
I got one. You handed me one the first time I met you.
Oh, cool. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I can send you one too. I got patches as well.
Sweet, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to more guns. If
Do
you
it.
guys, if you guys want to talk to something, we could do it. But let me just show you. This. You guys know what this is?
A Zip 22.
Yeah.
There is a whole checklist that I made to collect all the accoutrements for the
Boom.
for it.
Yes.
All right.
So
Hank,
you
are
don't-
you brave enough to shoot that?
Babyface actually shot this before.
Yeah.
Let me go. Yeah, let me go to me here. Okay, so yeah,
Not
Babyface.
reliable, is it?
Yeah, I shot it. Babyface made me shoot it. So I bought this from a guy that I don't know what the guy wanted, but he was just trying to he wanted to get rid of it. I collect bullpups. This has been shot. I got it not even shot, and then Patrick came over and insisted on shooting it. So we did a video with it. It didn't really work. It didn't really work too well. But I do have a bunch of parts and stuff like that for it. But this is officially a bullpup. A 22 pistol bullpup. There you go.
That gotta be begging to be
It's a-
3D printed.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
safe queen. Ooh.
Snow did, I think, already did.
Snow
one.
did, yeah.
someone already 3D printed these.
Yeah, I
Mr.
think
Snow,
Mr.
yeah.
Snow did way back in his channel when I first started watching it. Yeah.
Okay, and it
Snow did one built on the 1022, which
Oh,
Okay.
I take that
okay.
any day over one built with Zip 22 parts kit.
yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, how well does that work? But the cool part of this is that it was designed. I think you were supposed to be able to put this on an AR, right?
It had a Zip SBR attachment, and you could put it under basically any thing with a Picatinny rail. But if you put it under a rifle, it turns the Zip 22 into an SBR. But you can stack a pistol on a pistol. I'm not a lawyer, but that was my
Yeah.
understanding of it.
Right. Which is the first thing a lawyer would say. Well, a lawyer wouldn't say it technically. Shout out to John Crump. We see Crump out there. Shout out to him.
Oh,
He's-
Grumpy.
Yeah, I see Crump is in the chat. There you go. So I've got one more. This is for you guys. Won't recognize this because you're so young, you know. So you won't. You're not gonna recognize this. But here we go. Check this out. And I've got to figure out exactly how. Here we go. You guys know what this is? What?
Remington 870 in the kit.
No, this is not a kit.
No?
This is not a kit.
That's how it came?
Yes, absolutely.
No way.
This is the Mossberg.
Ah, Mossberg. Okay.
Yeah.
Mossberg bullpup.
Yeah, Mossberg made this and sold this back in the 90s, and this was in movies. So yes, there is a kit. I did videos of the kit and all that, but this is the actual gun.
Look, that should be on Roast Your Builds. Nobody would believe that's manufactured.
Well, okay, but it is.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I know there's kits because I did videos on the kits, and like we had a Mossberg and all that, and we built it up. But I don't like so with bullpups. I collect bullpups, but I don't really. Although we've done a bunch of bullpup kits, the ones I keep in my collection were built to be bullpups by the companies. So this was built to be a bullpup by Mossberg, and it's awesome.
That is super
I
awesome.
see Jordan Vinro is in the chat, and I want to say thanks because I recently got this from him.
Oh, shout out to Jordan from JSD.
So the coveted
JSD.
titanium blue G19.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's the titanium blue. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So Jordan, very cool, very busy dude out there these days, being harassed by every law enforcement agency.
And news,
No,
news
he's
outlet.
harassing them. What are you talking about?
We need the binary, both the Evo and the.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I saw you recently put up your video from the gathering where you were shooting that binary Glock.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
were giving me a lot of shit in the comments for not
Really?
being able to handle the recoil, but on one of them I was literally shooting it one-handed, binary with my phone on the other hand, so I was like trying to get this stuff. People were like, "Oh my god, limp wrist, good lord." Ah.
Yeah, wasn't wait, hold on a second. Wasn't Vin right there? Or no, Vin wasn't there at that. Well, yeah, you
No,
guys
it's just
were-
first person. I got a shot with me doing two-handed, obviously, but I like doing the first person shots. It's
Right.
kinda
Oh,
cool.
okay.
I should just
Okay.
get a GoPro on my head, honestly. Though.
Yeah, I mean, you got all this gear on your head. You might as well put a GoPro on.
Facts.
Right.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. So I'm trying to
People
find.
don't realize
Mhm.
how hard it is to shoot and film at the same time.
Yeah.
Like to get all in frame, you have to like almost brace your hand against the phone against your shooting hand and be like,
Mhm.
this is my X, Y, and Z. Do it all in 15 seconds, and then blam, 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 blam.
Mhm.
And then try to hit the target, and then so people always
Right.
give me shit too for missing when I'm doing like a mag dump one-handed, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Keep
People could try this shit if they want to.
Yeah.
Someone asked me on Twitter, why am I breaking finger contact with my trigger? And I didn't reply for like the first day, and then I was like, because I'm dumping into a barrel. Like I gotta focus on being safe rather than,
Yeah.
finger contact on the trigger. It's just
Yeah. Armament and Axis wants to know if this is 410. It's 12 gauge. So
Nice.
I am gonna do and it's Mossberg. So if you guys don't believe me, let me see. I can show you. It's a Mossberg, right there. Boom.
Oh, wow. What does it say on the side? Shoot from the right shoulder only. That's awesome.
Yeah.
it's billboard sized.
Patent pending. Patent pending.
Oh shoot!
This is the real deal. I'm gonna do a video coming up soon where I show the bullpups that I have.
You should
been-
do it, man.
Yeah, I've been
Are you
building
gonna get a CZ bullpup, Hank?
CZ.
Bullpup?
What bullpup?
Evo
The
bullpup.
Evo 3.
Isn't that a kit, or is CZ putting that out?
It is a kit.
makes
It
the
is a
kit.
kit.
Oh, CZ makes the kit, but they don't sell the gun like that, right?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, I've seen. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. At the gathering, I saw the Helion from
Wesson.
no, the Helions from what's the name of these dudes?
Springfield?
Springfield Armory. Yeah,
Springfield,
I saw that there. It looks good and it's real lightweight, but they said it had like a long trigger pull. You know.
It does.
Yeah.
A little
Did you
bit.
shoot it?
I got to shoot it while I was there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Felt good. Felt like about on par with the AUG as far as the trigger feel. Maybe a little bit better than the AUG.
Okay. So what? I think this is a good time to ask you guys. What was your favorite gun that you shot at the gathering?
Well,
Ooh,
Yeah, Rich, you're not in this, Rich.
I signed up. I was supposed to be there.
Yeah, you didn't go.
I think my favorite was the P210 compact. It's a single stack, single action P210 from 6 Hour. It was a slick gun. Fun to shoot. Though I don't know if I could compare it to like a modern carry gun. It's a very like esoteric niche. I guess if someone really wants those specific features for a carry gun, that was, I'd say, probably my favorite.
Okay, cool. All right, PSR.
Ah, man, there's a bunch that I loved, but I have to say, man, that CMMG 46 full auto, that I think did it for me. That thing was so much fun. Just the light recoil and the rate of fire, and the fact that you could put 40 in a mag.
That was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. And then the whatchamacallit that they had there shooting that full auto was fun too.
Oh, the mutant, the
mutant
39.
Yeah,
that thing was a beast.
I don't think I ever shot that full auto before. I'm trying to see.
Really?
I hadn't.
Yeah,
I hadn't
not
either.
at,
they bring it everywhere. They bring it
Iraq
everywhere.
No, I never shot
Come on,
it.
you didn't shoot? Really?
No.
Hey, weren't you shirtless shooting that at Iraq Veteran?
Yeah, right. You've never seen me shirtless.
So there were three things I wanted to shoot
doing that.
At the gathering that I didn't get to go to because unfortunately I got a job and those
right.
things
Okay. Okay.
So one JSD, the binary trigger.
That was
I did
cool.
shoot it at Iraq Veteran, but I was looking forward to shooting it there and bringing my bullpup and telling them I want one for the G34 bullpup. The other two, which I saw at SHOT Show, the Rock, which is the 5.7 Palmetto State Armory, and then the Micro Dagger from Palmetto State Armory. So a couple of cool guns, and I am a 5.7 nut job, so I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, let me see if I can run some. This is Big Dre. I think it's Big Dre 357. Oh wait, hold on. Did he already shoot this? Oh, let's go back here. I think this is him shooting that Glock. Let's see. There we go. And it takes him getting used to do this. Look at that. Shell casings in the air at the same time. I think when I was shooting it, my video shooting it, I think worked a little bit better. I got to see if I could pull that up. So the one thing with, like, obviously the price on that I think is going to be better than the Franklin Armory one.
Oh hell yeah, it's going to be $200 versus $800.
Yeah, but the thing I think is that the Franklin Armory one you could cancel, which with this one you won't be able to cancel.
So the Franklin is both a slide and a trigger, whereas JSD is going to be a trigger and a modification to the slide.
So let me see. I'm gonna wait. Where is this? Okay, here we go. This is me shooting it with 33 round magazine. Here we go. Oh yeah. I mean, it was fun. I have not shot the Franklin Armory one yet, so I didn't go to SHOT Show. If I was at SHOT Show Media Day, I would have been able to shoot it and compare. But that was definitely fun. Definitely going to be more affordable. From my thing, you can't cancel it. John Crump says, I've seen him shirtless. P80 Ralph sent me pictures from his OnlyFans. You know what? I wish I was on OnlyFans, man. I might retire if I get up on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
If you throw your stuff around, there's always going to be some niche of people that think they're into it.
Yes, exactly. What's up?
We were talking at work about this. There's this one TikToker who makes like 100,000s like wounding like swaying like women on TikTok, and they just send him like 5,000 a week.
A dude?
And
Oh,
we
a
just
dude?
had,
That's
yeah,
no
and we
money.
just had an epiphany. Like, are we in the wrong business? Like, are we doing like the
Wait,
wrong
wait.
thing?
So what's he doing on TikTok?
I mean,
to,
how
to
sexy
make
is
a
this
living?
dude? That's the question.
I guess he's just wooing old ladies, like
Ah.
saying hi name, hi, like
No
acknowledging
way.
them, and then they send them
A
money.
lot of
All
those
right,
people.
that's it. Hank,
A
I'll
lot of
meet
those
you
people
over
have
at
like.
the villages, and we'll start collecting names, right?
No thanks. What are you saying, PSR?
I was gonna say a lot of those people have like managers for their OnlyFans,
Yeah.
and they don't even have to actually operate it. So
No.
that's a win-win.
Yeah. I think, listen, here's what, like, on a serious note with that, I feel like, dudes should not be willing to do anything for money, Dudes, you should not be willing to do anything for money. Now, does
but
it mean...
what are you not saying there? What are
but
you not
but
saying,
now,
Hank?
like, does it mean it's a violation? If you're like what do they call it? Like a gigolo for old ladies? Is that a violation? I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's gonna have to make up their own mind on that. I'm not gonna judge you. If you're a gigolo for the old ladies and you get money,
Lola says the tactical fat niche.
yeah. Lola says tactical fat niche. Yeah, there you go. I mean, listen. Some ladies like to get crushed.
One sec before, I'm sorry to take it back to this, but
Okay. Take us back, man. Take us back from the edge.
no, the binary trigger. So the no cancel. Could you theoretically cancel it? Say you pulled the one shot, you've got now a new one in the chamber, and you wanted to, and you were in the situation where you could not let go of that. You could not let off another round. Could you pull the slide back in that situation and eject the next round that was in the chamber after you take out the mag, obviously?
Good
Where's Jordan?
question.
Like,
I'm not
dropping the mag and then
Yeah,
pulling it
I'm
back
not
up
sure.
again and then go.
Drop the mag.
Well,
rack it
well, you
while
have to
you're-
hold. So theoretically,
I guess
you're
you
holding
could.
the trigger down, right? So theoretically, you'll be.
It's-
So you're
already-
holding down the trigger and then you're racking it back, because you got to
Yeah.
hold down the trigger, drop the mag,
Yes.
and then rack it back. Which I'm not. I'm not sure if you maybe.
Because if you can't do that, then I would say that's a fairly that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, I don't know if Jordan is still in there or any one of the JSD guys. Let us know. I haven't had a chance to like test that in the wild.
Yeah.
Have neither one of you guys have gotten that?
No, it would have been interesting while we were shooting it to try that.
Yeah,
But I
42
was
Chill
just-
says slide walk.
yeah. I mean, and at those kinds
I
of
guess-
events, you're not like. I mean, you don't
thinking
really.
like that. No.
Yeah, well, you also don't necessarily get that opportunity with everything's going on. So.
Yeah.
They also have a specific rule to not take down the gun too.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another reason. Armament and Axis says, I think my eyes would burn and I would be scarred for life if I've seen Hank shirtless. There you go. I mean, Lola has survived, so. I mean,
There you
she's
go.
seen the full hanky.
The
Seen
full
the whole
hanky.
thing, yeah, and she's all the better for it too, I mean, it's the bits you don't see. Like for everyone who's wondering, how I got Lola locked in, it's the stuff you don't see, man.
Exactly.
And just
Yeah,
hope you
that's
don't
all
ever
you-
see it, because you'll be in trouble if you do. So you should be
All right,
scared.
where's
You should be
Lola? Is
scared.
she shaking her head? Is she shaking her head right now?
You should be scared. You should be very scared. Okay, so listen, let's talk about this. Like, outside of gun, we've got Print, Shoot, Repeat on. Hopefully, he'll come back, he'll come back on the
Hey.
show in the future.
Hey, I would love to come back.
Yeah. But while we have you here, let's get into some stuff. You can tell us if you don't want to talk about this or not. Outside of guns, what kind of stuff do you like doing?
Oh, great question. Outside of guns, I love, like I said, it kind of initially is like my life has kind of been surrounded around music and filmmaking. So those are two big passions of mine. And I don't know if you can see, but got quite a few synthesizers over here.
Oh,
I
cool.
make music.
You got some Korgs on there. Do you actually play music? The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. All right, very cool. Yeah, we're definitely not keeping track of the segments tonight. Yeah, so we see the equipment over there. Do you actually play music, or are you, are you just?
Hey,
Yeah.
you don't know his collection of music? I mean, my favorite song is the Keymod song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
I know
you.
I know for sure because I'm I've been watching the videos. And I've seen you doing the music video stuff and all that. The reason why I asked the question is, like, I make my own music, but I'm not like a musician. I can't read or really play music, but I can still. I make all the music on my channel. If you hear any music, that's this guy made the music.
Wow. Well, then
Yeah.
we are one in the same on our YouTube channels. I mean, I've used used a couple songs that I really love just for cinematic. I used a Bee Gees song once and a old Motown song once, but everything outside of those two songs is made by me as well. So props to you, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's so. The thing is, before I did this, I actually was a independent hip hop music producer. That's what I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I've put out a album.
Nice.
There's an album
Hell
out
yeah.
there on CD Baby somewhere.
Nice.
But I've produced some other stuff, done some other stuff. I've been in the music thing for a long time. So, from the time I came to America, I was into hip hop music. So
that is really dope, man. So yeah, we're one and the same. I also, as my main job, I'm a music producer. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I was doing before I was doing YouTube. That's what I'm doing now. Hence the location. This is my other part of my life is located here, and so that my career is located here. So this is my studio. This is where I make stuff. And yeah, that's actually kind of how Vin and I got connected. Was through my music career rather than my 3D printing YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm a music producer. I grew up playing violin classically.
Oh, sweet. That's
kinda
awesome.
Got away from playing violin when I was getting into high school. I really wanted to just play sports and do all this testosterone, played football and all that crap. But I continued to love music and got really into making beats on Fruity Loops when I was the end of high school.
Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Well, back when it was
That's
called
awesome.
Fruity Loops. Now it's just called FL Studio. But I still use FL Studio. That's my main DAW.
Oh,
And,
really? Okay.
yeah.
I use
Picked that out immediately. That you were using Fruity Loops.
Yeah, I was listening. Yeah, first of all, you're very good. I could tell from, looking at the music videos and stuff like that you've done, that this is what you do. This is your jam, and it's what you do. So kudos on that. I use Reason. You ever heard of Reason?
Oh yeah, I tried to give it a. I tried Reason. Reason is sick. I actually know a producer who goes by Young Skirt who is very talented and does Twitch streaming and he uses Reason. He's so good with it. So yeah, Reason's sick.
Yeah, I've been using Reason since version 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's the bullpup of DAWs.
But I mean, I grew up in hip hop music. The rapper Father MC. I went to high school with him.
Oh shit!
So
wow.
I don't know if you ever heard of Father MC. I grew up in Far Rockaway, New York.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I lived in New York for a long time.
Okay.
For 5 years, I lived in Queens.
Yeah.
Queens?
Yeah.
And then when I was in Jersey, I worked with some of the dudes, the lesser known dudes from the Outsiders. If you ever heard of the Outsiders.
Yep.
I worked with some of the guys from there. So yeah, man,
Wow.
the music is my thing, man. So I really enjoyed looking. I've actually put out I've actually put a rap on my YouTube channel. It's really old. It was a long time ago. I think it was called the 10 Gun Commandments. You know, like the 10 Crack Commandments from Biggie.
Is it still up?
I don't know. It's probably still up. You don't. It's just me doing it and the music and stuff like that. I think we put pictures in there or whatever. So I see P80 Ralph says Hank Strange PSR collab. We should do something sometime, man. That might be fun.
Yes, dude.
Know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm always trying to get these gun guys to loosen up a little bit and do some fun stuff and have fun doing this, which some of them do, but not enough.
Yeah, I agree. I think there needs to be a little bit more fun into it. But
yeah,
there's some YouTubers
10
out there.
Gun Commandments still up there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying. Yeah, there's. I feel like there's more and more YouTube channels that are becoming a little bit more playful when it comes to, at least just introducing some non-super serious stuff. But yeah, I think it's important to keep the lightheartedness about it, and not necessarily have to show this, kind of ultra masculine, like, just it's good to show vulnerability a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we should be. We should show the more creative side. Like, I was never in law enforcement or the military. I'm an artist. Like, I come to this from the point of view of being an artist and a filmmaker, like you said. I mean, when I first started my channel, sometimes I used to put up videos of a documentary that I did on an artist that lives in Pennsylvania. I don't know if, like, anyone who's been following me for a long time will remember that. And then I wound up taking that stuff off. But I used to put on all kinds of crazy things and whatever was fun to me, just like I've seen you do with your videos. I remember doing something with the Keltec KSG that was just all music and just editing of the video. I think that may still be up there, but I think that kind of stuff, that's, I would like to see more people doing what you're doing. Obviously, you're having fun with it and people are connecting to that. What's the stuff on your wish list, though, of like what you want to do, who you want to do videos with, all that kind of stuff? Let us know. Tell us about that.
Good question. I would love to keep growing the channel to the point where I can, like, hire someone, in a more serious level. Like, Vin has helped on a handful of episodes, and that's been really, really awesome. And I think the ones that he's helped on have been some of the better ones. So I think I started the channel just, I continue to run the channel mostly filming myself. And like I said, Vin has helped a handful of situations and they've been awesome. And it's really helped the load, take the load off of me as a camera person. Vin can tell you sometimes I get a little pissy when I'm shooting a video. I got 3 cameras on 3 tripods. I gotta get everything in focus, and so it is really nice to have someone helping out with that stuff.
It is.
So I guess like a first goal for me would be able to, like, make enough money so that I could hire someone to film with me. I know a lot of those channels, like big channels like Garanthem have, they have really great video guys helping them out. And I would love it if it was possible to hire an editor, but I don't think that I know a lot of people think this, YouTubers think this. I know I watched a great interview by Doug DeMuro, or an interview with Doug DeMuro. If you don't know who he is, he's
car guy,
maybe the
car guy.
biggest car reviewer on YouTube. Love his videos, but he said that he was very protective of his editing style, and he thought he had a style that no one could replicate, and then he decided to try handing it off to someone else, and he was like, I have no style at all, like this kid can do it.
Yeah, I mean, Doug DeMuro,
you have a style. You definitely have a style.
Yeah, you do have a style, but Doug DeMuro just uses mostly an iPhone. I think he has like another camera, but not even expensive camera.
But he's almost always on a tripod.
Yeah, but it's a very straightforward way of doing what he's doing. He's bringing
very
the content.
formulaic.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yours
I
is a little
think
bit
that
more
YouTube,
produced. Hmm.
yeah, I think that YouTube really lends itself to that kind of stuff. And sometimes I think to myself, like, okay, how can I make? I've really gotten myself in deep here because I spend a lot of time editing. I mean, I spend, sometimes 24 hours on one episode editing, and
Yeah.
it's a whole metric fuck ton of my time goes to this channel now, and on top of it, I'm throwing music that I've made in there and stuff, so that's also time. But
Hmm.
and then the shooting of it, I really have I've started myself off at this point of like kind of relatively high production value, I guess, and it's like the formula is there, and the formula can't really exist without the editing that I put in and stuff. But
Hmm.
maybe it can. Part of me wants to just be like, oh well, a lot of these big YouTubers really just don't have anything that crazy in terms of editing or film, production quality and stuff. But I think
Hmm.
that's a lot of why people love the stuff that I do. So I guess it would just be expanding the operation a bit, and collaborating with some bigger gun channels is always fun.
Hmm. Have you
I mean,
collaborated with anyone yet? I mean, I have. I haven't seen all the videos, so have you
not
done any kind of
really.
collabs yet? Okay.
No,
Vin,
no,
with
I
Vin.
actually have.
Yeah.
Vin, obviously, I've collabed
Right.
with Vin.
Yeah. So we'll do it.
Um,
We'll do a collab. I'm not the biggest guy out there, but I'm sure that there's some dudes out there that will do some
yeah.
collabs with
Well,
you. You know.
Matt
Yeah.
Larosiere from Fudbusters, him and I
Hmm.
want to do something together.
Hmm.
I know Administrative Results and I have talked about doing something, and I mean, it would be so cool to see Ian from Forgotten Weapons do a review on a printed gun, but I don't have to be involved in that. I just want to see that. It'd be fun.
Right. Listen, you never know. I think that some of those guys are out there. You know, maybe we can make some of those things happen. Sometimes it's just like meeting them under the right circumstances. But to go back a second to what you were saying about like highly produced videos. So I remember when I started doing this, I would spend a lot of time doing videos. If you look at some of my earlier videos, and even some of them did well, I would edit to the music and all kinds of stuff, do like a whole intro thing and do all these kind of like cinematic shots and all that. But over time I stopped doing that, especially with what YouTube is doing when you're a gun guy, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
And so I cut back on that, and the gun thing is a different thing because they're deliberately out there suppressing it, right?
yeah,
And but still I see in, like, let's say, so me doing van stuff, at the end of the day people want the content, and a lot of times I'm just out there on my own holding a camera up to my own self, and people might complain about the camera being shaky or whatever it is, but still it gets views, it gets out there because I think the content is king. All of
yeah.
that,
Subject matter.
yeah, all of that being said, though, I was recently listening to Mr. Beast, and I think it was Mr. Beast on Joe Rogan, and you probably would have to listen to it on audio. Mr. Beast was terrible, he's really boring, but he's all about YouTube, and he said that, you know, the more time you put into your video, the better for the video. Sometimes it's better to take a long time and put out fewer videos than
Mm.
to just throw videos out there one after the other and they're no good because of how the algorithm is working. So if you take the time and you work on a video and then put it out there, it does better, and I think you're proof of that.
Mm.
Even in the gun space is what I'm saying, right? You're really connecting with people and getting a lot of views and getting a lot of attention because you're putting that time into it.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. It's a good point. Yeah, I think I'm uploading, as far as a full length video, I'm doing about one a week. So I think that, staying with that pace is probably good, and maybe a talking head, news related or like a little info thing every once in a while is good to throw in there too. But yeah, I agree with you on that, and it's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy for people to give advice on these kinds of things, like how do you build a channel, what do you do. I think ultimately at the end of the day you're an artist and you just go in your direction, but I would like to see you maybe get more funding behind it to help you get some people on board and help you, maybe you can get an even bigger example, let's put it that way, of your vision out there, right?
Totally, yeah. I mean, I definitely have ideas and wanting to make it really cinematic. And as a filmmaker, I love trying to make the most cinematic looking, beautiful looking, image and most impactful story that I can tell, even if it's just a story about this gun I printed and how this 3011 is like not your uncle's 1911 or whatever it is, and doing it in a fun way, but also making it look beautiful too. So any way I can kind of expand on that, whether it's more funding that I can hire another video person or two, or just other resources, man, that would be amazing. So yeah, if you're watching this and you want to support the channel, let me know.
Yeah, and maybe we could figure out a way to do some cool projects. Like, I've always wanted to do some videos on guns and do them in kind of like a cinematic way. I know I was talking to Vin about an idea that I had of doing, like, taking some sci-fi stuff and making a cool kind of like short film out of it. I've got a ton of ideas like that. And maybe we could figure out a way to collab on that. But one of the things I've always wanted to do is just make a crazy, badass gun music video. I think that, like, Matt Best has probably come the closest to doing something like that in the past. But have you guys ever heard of Stitches? You ever heard of this rapper named Stitches?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. He's this crazy, like, white rapper, I think, from Miami or something like that. And he's got like actual stitches on his face, and he's got the grills and all that kind of stuff, and he did a crazy videos with AKs and all that, but it's entire criminal.
Yeah,
but
his time kind of went.
Yeah, but I love the energy in that stuff, and I always think, man, what if what if people, rappers are always flexing their guns out there, but like us as the gun guys, I mean, if we flex, we could flex really hard, right?
True, but I think we also, as gun guys, realize that it's sort of cringe to do that too.
Yeah.
But like, no, in a way that's like, oh, I'm such a man because I got all these guns, kind of.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's not necessarily about that. I understand what you're saying. I think I have a lot of guns. I like shooting guns and doing full auto stuff, but I don't. I remember seeing that on Joe Rogan, that he was talking about how gun guys like us just have these guns. We're praying and hoping for someone to mess with us, so we could shred the whole world or whatever. I think that's the opposite. Most of us are really nice
people.
people.
You just described Ben to a T.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's the fantasy that a lot of the anti-gun proponents tend to visualize gun owners as, and to their point, there are some loonies like that lurk online, and it's as a passionate advocate for guns, it's actually really disturbing that someone would be itching to use a gun.
No, that's the last. Yeah,
I don't know anybody itching to use a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, itching to use a gun at a range and have fun at target practice.
Yeah.
No, I don't have guns to destroy other people. And most gun guys I know, even when we get mad at each other, we don't go, you don't agree with me? Let me pull my gun out. And no, that's not. We don't do that. Otherwise, half of America will be dead already.
Yeah.
Like
20 million AR-15s in America. So.
Yeah, this is the thing. I think that's a fallacy, but I think there is probably a way. Because I think you're making a good point here. There's probably a way that we can make a video and show how, like, the real gangster dudes, the guys who are really gangster with all the guns, we're not really bad guys. We're still good guys. We have families. We take care of our families. In a lot of cases, we have businesses and we do creative, productive stuff in the world. But at the end of the day, we are badasses. So,
warriors, quiet warriors, peaceful warriors.
Absolutely, I think there's a way to show that. JSD Supply is still out there, so
he says waiting to support the channel. What's that mean?
Oh, he says
support it now.
Wanting to support the channel, yeah.
I thought he said waiting.
Can Jordan answer the question about the release on the?
Oh yeah.
If you got. If you
Yes.
got okay, so my question is, I know we have 40 seconds, but
No, go
after you
ahead.
shoot the, pull the trigger on the binary, and you got one. If you release, you fire around. If you drop the mag and then eject and pull the slide back and eject the round, can you do that?
Yes. So that's with the Glock. Could you cancel that final round from being fired, or do you have
I
to
assume
fire
so.
it into the ground? Yeah. So here you go, and he's saying summertime for Glock. So there's probably a little bit of delay between us asking the question and him answering it. So it sounds like in the summertime we're gonna see that Glock come out.
And if they can't answer that question, it's okay.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, we wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. All right, very cool. Okay, so just to wrap up, to answer PSR's question here, it looks like JSD Supply says, yeah, you're safe. He says it's always binary. Yeah, you're safe. Drop the mag, pull the slide.
Okay, easy. That's that,
Yeah.
and that is totally, in my opinion. I mean, that's completely worth it for the price if
Yeah.
they come out with that
Oh,
at
hell
that
yeah.
price. And
Yeah.
versus the canceling it. I mean, you can just literally cancel it
Yeah.
by just racking the slide, dropping the mag, rack the slide. So
Right. So full disclosure. So Franklin Armory, they support the podcast here. You guys have probably seen them here. But at the end of the day, I care about the things. By the way, also JSD Supply does a lot to support myself. I know Flying Rich, probably you guys for
Yeah.
what I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I don't have like a dog in that race. I think it's cool to see different versions of these binaries come out. So the difference would be if you want one that you could cancel it and have it easy and all that, then you know you could,
if you want
Franklin
the
Armory might be
blicky
one.
with the switchy, but
Yeah.
still legal,
Yeah.
then go with the Franklin. Franklin makes awesome stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
Not at all dragging them.
Right.
I mean, I love their offerings. They're sick. I got to get
Yeah.
one of the BFS3 for the ARs very soon.
Yes, and then you know the JSD one I think is you know, if you don't have as much money, although let's be honest, you're going to be shooting 9mm. So I'm not really how many boxes of 9mm are you going to shoot binary before you catch up? So I don't know if the price, like people always get into the price, that's why we're talking about it, but I think at the end of the day it's just going to come down to what do you really want, how much kind of customization do you want, because I think if you go with the Franklin Armory, you're going to be limited in certain areas because it really seems to me like a complete system, if not like, let's say like a 70% system of what's going on here versus what JSD
You
is going
need
to
a
be doing.
binary and a braced firearm.
Yeah.
You know, a braced block.
So-
That's where you need a binary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. If you put it in a chassis, like I'm thinking
Yes.
about like the Micro Roni.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Yes.
the binary of slide for the Franklin Armory one, I don't know if that would fit into a Micro Roni chassis or not.
I don't know. So I mean, and all of that is time,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
It's all
it's got
time.
the switch on the side.
Yeah.
So I think probably more likely to be able to use it in a Roni with the JSD one, but that's
Yeah.
just my
Right.
guess.
Yeah. Ghost Print says a switch that won't land us in prison will be amazing.
Indeed.
And JSD Supply says, "We love everyone. Bring on all the binaries." That's what I feel about this. Like, I want to see like all the gun stuff out there. To be honest with you, like we're at the point here where we got to wrap up because we already burned through 2 hours. But the big thing about 3D printing and what obviously Flying Rich has been doing for a while, what Vin has been doing for a while, and what PSR has been doing is, you know, 3D printing is helping move this whole thing forward, right? You know, and to me it's an exciting, really cool thing, and I just want to do as much as I can to like help you guys out and be part of this revolution that's actually happening right now. I feel like it's the most exciting thing, and I really feel that a lot of the manufacturers out there should pay attention to you guys, and I hope they are. I mean, you guys can tell me right now, are the manufacturers like recognizing you guys, helping you out?
JSD
I,
does,
Yeah, outside of
Well, like
JSD.
big gun manufacturers.
Yes, yeah.
The big guys. You know what? I will say when Vin and I were at the gathering, I'll
Mhm.
tell you the Beretta guys got really interested,
Okay.
and like we exchanged cards, and the
Mhm.
Beretta guys were like super impressed when we showed them Gerald Katz's 3D printed Beretta 92 FS frame.
Oh, cool. That's
And
awesome.
They were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so sick! Like, you should come and check out the facility." That's the first time I've gotten that from
cool.
any manufacturer when I talk about 3D printed guns. Period. So, shouts
Okay.
out to Beretta.
Yes, and if Beretta actually does something with you guys, and I could help out in any way to like promote that or whatever, let me know. And also, if I can help to connect you to some people in the industry, I mean, I'll at least try. Like, I can't guarantee what they're gonna do, but I would like to help you guys connect to the industry, because I think there's a great synergy that can happen here from the companies that you're messing around with their stuff and coming up with different ways to do things. If they pay attention to that, there's a definite evolution here that could be really positive for them, right?
Agreed. For sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think the future designers of, I mean, even just when we're talking making stuff for the Department of Defense or just like, the U.S. government. I mean, I think a lot of these people are going to be starting off with 3D printed guns and doing CAD. I really think that's the future. So the more we embrace that, I think the better in all aspects, not just in guns, but just, all design and manufacturing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting lots of kudos from people, but really, I mean it. We should figure out some ways. You guys are welcome to come out here. Let's talk about it. If I can figure out some ways to help you guys out, I will definitely try. But we should try to do some things together, man. If I can help out in some way, I would love to see something go on your channel and it blows up and it's awesome, and somehow I had something to do with it. Even if, like, I don't even need to be seen on that thing, man. Just to know that I had something to do with it to help you guys out. That's like what I'm all about in doing what I'm doing here. So
rad.
Yeah.
Yo.
So let's do
Thank
that.
you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go around the clock here and let these guys tell everyone before we get out of here how you can communicate with them, support them, etc. I'm gonna start with my friend Flying Rich, who has insisted on staying masked up all this time. Thank you for that, Rich. We appreciate it.
Look, if PSR can, I can too. So,
oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm Flying Rich on MySpace. Don't forget my MySpace page. YouTube.com/Flying Rich. And let's see, we're on locals, so flyingrich.locals.com and flyingrich.com.
Okay, absolutely. My friend Vin, which you should all check. What's the new YouTube channel, Vin? Tell everyone.
It's really just my username. It's NGUYENKVVN.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for not making it easy. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my name is spelled that way.
Yeah, just call it Win-Win or something like that, man. Come on.
People can't spell win either. Vinstoolbox.com is where I have a little shopping list of basically any tools I use personally on there, in case you want some like little carving blades and whatnot, just to like have the same thing I have on my workbench, I guess, since people ask for it all the time.
Okay, very cool. I'll get a link or something to that, and then I'll try to put it in the description or something here at some point, because I do want to help Vin grow his YouTube channel. Let's go to PSR for people who want to communicate with you and see what you do. Where should they go, man? Where's your socials?
So I am first and foremost available on YouTube, and my YouTube is print space shoot space repeat. Soon, though, I will be joining Utreon and continuing to, spread the signal where I can. The other place you can find me is on Odyssey, as you can find a lot of other great creators and files on that platform. And you can also find me on Instagram at print shoot repeat. That's right now. I may get deleted again for the 5th time or 6th or 7th, whatever it is. I've lost count, but you can find me there, print shoot repeat. And you can find me on Twitter at printing guns, just one word, printing guns. And that's really it. And I can reiterate that Vin is a great resource to check out I'm subscribed to his Patreon. It's a great resource for parts kits. If your guys are really interested in parts kits, go subscribe, go support Vin on Patreon. aside from being an awesome creator that deserves support, it's just a great place to find parts kits. So that is all I'll have to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Thanks for coming on. Hopefully, we'll get you back on here again. Lola has the link to Vin's channel up there. It's NGUYENKVN YouTube / NGUYENKVN. There you go.
Two V's.
VVN. VVN. Two V's. See?
Mm-hmm.
You know, win-win, man. Win-win. No. Okay. Yeah, he's got to make it difficult, okay? You've got to, like, jump through the hoops. You know, you've got to prove that you're intelligent enough to find the YouTube channel to roll with Vin. Listen, big thanks to everyone. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run in the end, and we're going to come back. And before we, like, the final words are going to go to print, shoot, repeat. So I'm going to run the end in, print, shoot, repeat. Think of words of wisdom. We need some words of wisdom from you as we go out here. So think of that. I'm going to run the end in here really quick, and you're going to come back and tell us that. Let me do this. All right, guys, thanks for joining us so much. It's been a fun show. We've got a few more really good shows lined up for you all. So make sure that you check those out. We're going to be on iTunes, Podbean, everywhere that you get your audio podcasts from. And Edward Brower of Utreon says PSR will look out for your registration. Cheers. So, like, go do that. And then I was actually talking to him about you and telling him that we're trying to get you to come on. So make sure you do that.
Beautiful.
Words of wisdom, sir. What you got?
All I can say is be yourself, follow your passions, and don't forget to have fun.
All right. Thanks for coming into the gun community here, man, and helping to make it fun. And we appreciate what you're doing, both of you guys. And you, Flying Rich, you too.
Especially Rich.
Yeah. We are out of here. You guys stay right there. We're out of here. We'll see you all tomorrow. Let me make sure I press the buttons properly since the CEO is looking. I'm going to go through.
Make it easy for us, buddy.
Yeah, make the right steps right now.